Hello, good morning. My name is Tammy. I am a Reiki master, a bars practitioner, and a manager of a health food store. And I absolutely love what I do. My history is my mother passed away 2 days before her 40th birthday. I think that, actually, I know that she wasn't a big fan of turning 40 at all. So we always make a joke that she was like, okay, I'm out of here. On another level, um, when I was 8 years old, my mom gave birth to my beautiful sister, and who I am thankful for every single day. Um, but she had a lot of complications giving birth. Her heart stopped a few times, and it was actually amazing that she actually lived through it. But back then, um, that would be 30, almost 40 years ago. Holy cows. 40 years ago, the doctors told my mom that she couldn't ingest salt anymore. So no more salt. So she used no salt. Okay, so um, a potassium substitute. And um, so she didn't ingest any sodium. And as we know, sodium is a very important mineral electrolyte in our body. So, fast forward, I was 18, my mom passed away of heart complications 10 years after she gave birth to my sister. And I still never used salt myself because salt was never used in cooking. So, luckily, I ate out lots at the time. I was in university, I was working 3 jobs, and so um, I I ate out a lot. I lived right by a Burger King. A typical university student living on fast food, rice-a-roni, um, macaroni and cheese, um, so it was, um, I got some sodium through those foods, but I was deficient in lots of other things. Even though I ate pretty good, like my mom made spaghetti and she made soups, and I still didn't, well, my family didn't get how important nutrition is as a building block in your body. So food was just a function. And we did eat well. We lived in New Brunswick, so we had lobster and we had, fish. Although I got turned off of fish when I was young, but um, going to the fishing wharfs with my grandmother, it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, and um, so fast forward, 35 years old, I get into the health industry, and I start experimenting with some supplements because that's how I learn best. I see a naturopath. He's like, "Whoa, you are a really high histamine person. You have lots going on. Let's get you in some minerals." I could barely function. I could barely think. I could barely, And I used to think I was stupid. Back in the day, I'd think, "Oh my God, I can't concentrate in school." And I mean, there were other things going on at home that, from a mental health capacity, um, which I'll get into in another video. But, I was so deficient in so many things. It's a wonder that I actually made it through school. So university was really tough for me too. I couldn't think, obviously I'd gone through the loss of my mother. I was trying to catch up because she passed away 2 days before, or the day before my first exams. So I had to catch up on those, and I had to work, and I had to get my own place, and so there's obviously a mental health part of it, portion of it, but still, at 35 years old, I started putting nutrients in my body. And, I have people come in and ask me all the time, like, do I have to take these forever? And it's like, well, no, not if you get it in food, but if your levels are so low, you've got to take a supplement just to boost those levels back up to normal, right? Um, and different products work for different people. I try to help people as much as possible find the product that's going to work for them. But if we have any issues, then if I can't figure it out, then I'm going to send you to a naturopath and they're going to test you for it. And we want to make sure we get you on the right stuff. Um, so, yeah, so all of a sudden I'm getting these nutrients. So I realize going into um, my field at a health store and really working with an awesome naturopath, not in his clinic, but he would send clients in, and and I would get a lot of information and learn a ton of stuff. So um, so yeah, so minerals I was such a big one, and then I started thinking back to my mom not having sodium in her diet. And the doctor was right. She couldn't have straight sodium, but she could have had sea salt, um, which has the other minerals to balance out the amount of sodium going into the body. But my mom was so dehydrated, she would just put a ton of sodium in her food. And obviously, that caused a lot of issues. So, um, yeah. And I think kids that lived on the farm would lick the cow, what do they call those? Like cow salt lick square or whatever. Um, um, like we need the sodium, but we need it all in balance with the other minerals. So I started replenishing my system, and wow, I learned so much um, about the things that we need to keep our bodies in alignment with being healthy. And I think right now it is so important, better late than never, to take your health into your hands and advocate for yourself. Come into the health store, send me a message, and I can consult you and help you with some base information, and then send you some ideas of what else you could do. See a naturopath, maybe you need a massage, maybe you need acupuncture, maybe, and send you to some of the very professionals that could help get your health back on track. Um, I know going to the doctor, getting put on medications really helps with symptom management for sure. But for a lot of stuff, really, it just comes down to eating well, exercising, um, mental health, making sure that your mental health is better, um, and just really, really taking your supplements, taking what you need, taking what would be building blocks to your health, vitamin D, magnesium, your minerals, fish oils, maybe a probiotic, prebiotic, um, just vitamin C, taking the things that will keep you healthy. So as I go on with my morning sunshine messages, we'll kind of go into different supplements and what they can do, and what I've learned along the way. I can't say, you know, there are some things that doctors are required for. Um, somebody's in a serious accident and needs surgery. You need to go into the doctor. But if you, are low energy or aren't thinking clearly, or your muscles are wasting away a bit, and we can help with those things. I can help with those things. And so my store is out of St. Albert, Alberta, and I will be setting up a link, so that you can definitely help with donations, and I can definitely help with some of your health concerns, and I'd love to do that. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and Sam says goodbye, and we will talk to you soon.